Monster Hunter, a game about tracking down an abomination and snuffing its life out with your bare hands, has never felt as good as it does in the newest installment, Monster Hunter Wilds. Amazing graphics, awesome monsters, improved combat flow, and new moves for every single weapon. You would be hard-pressed to find a reason to dislike this game. Besides performance, but there's like a million videos on that, and this is not one of them. The game is as streamlined as ever. There's tutorials for everything. You even have a follower who reminds you to carve broken parts off of monsters, and a cat who tells you to cook when your food buff runs out. BBQ grill, baby. Oh, this game truly is the best place to start your journey as a monster hunter. So what's the issue? The death of preparation. If Wilds is your first Monster Hunter game, you might be a little confused. You stock your healing before your hunts, you even bring no berries. That's preparation, isn't it? Well, yes and no. Monster Hunter World was my first Monster Hunter game. Go ahead and roast me for that, I don't really care. I really love that game. And one of the most important parts of that game was preparation. In World, when you went to fight a monster in high rank, especially an Elder Dragon, you would always want to check its elemental weaknesses and bring a set of armor with decorations equipped to defend against the monster's element. In some cases, like Valhazak, you had to use decorations for his effluvium buildup, otherwise your health bar is going to look like this the whole fight. Let me ask you something and be honest. Have you ever had to prepare for a specific monster in Wilds? Do any of the monsters actually inflict a blight that can't just instantly be no-berried? And if they do use an elemental attack, does it do enough damage to actually warrant bringing specific armor for it? Because my answer to that question is no. Even now in my endgame set of armor, I don't even bother looking at any stat besides the raw defense stat because the other ones basically don't even matter. What's the point of running dragon resistance decorations and armor when I can just kill the thing before it can even attack? I mean, hell, I fought Tempered Arkveld with his set of armor on like 20 times, and I don't think he's ever inflicted Dragon Blight to me, even though the set's dragon resistance is in the negatives. Let's go back to World real quick. I did a quick test today. Nothing crazy, but something that will hopefully prove my point. I hunted high-rank Valhazak in high-rank gear, but for the first time, I didn't prepare at all. I just tossed on some random gear and went in. And what do you know? The first fight, I was scrambling for my life. To put it simply, I didn't prepare. Then, for the second run, I took a look at his entry in the Hunter Guide, made a set specifically to fight him. In the second fight, even if I got hit, I didn't have to worry about my health getting halved because I simply couldn't get afflicted. I also brought a dragon weapon so I didn't have to deal with the damage over time that Hazak usually inflicts. I soon realized that you only take damage because of the effluvium, but that's besides the point. I was prepared for Valhazak. Come here, bitch! Now let's jump back to Wilds. What was the last monster you prepared for? I bet the answer is none of them. This, for me, was a bit unfortunate. I understand that a lot of people feel the preparation in World was even bad. I can't speak on past entries of games, but I know that in World, you had to prepare. In Wilds, this mechanic is like entirely gone. I mean, even preparing to go into hot and cold climate has been streamlined to simply grabbing a bug off the wall and getting the buff for free. I know that's a bit of a goofy example, but everything inside of Wilds has been simplified, it feels like. I mean, even the health pools of monsters have been nerfed. My prepared run against Valhazak took me more time than one of my earliest fights against Tempered Arkveld. And I feel like that's saying a lot. I'm hoping in the near future, if Capcom adds Arc-Tempered monsters, that their elements will actually matter. Because at this point in time, why would I bother preparing for Raidow's fight with resistances when I don't receive the Blight in the first place? I would say the closest thing we have to needing to prepare is Gormagala. But like, as long as you do enough damage, Frenzy doesn't matter at all, and even helps you. It's like they wanted to add a monster that does an abnormal status effect, but didn't want to make it so you had to prepare for it. It's just a little bit of a letdown. With all of this being said though, everyone, make no mistake, I love this game. I love this game. This game is fucking awesome. It's super cool seeing so many new people getting into Monster Hunter as well from this game. It's just an amazing game. I just hope that Capcom doesn't forget what truly made the game special. There's a lot of other games that have action combat. What has always separated Monster Hunter from those games was preparing for fights and exploiting the monster that you're fighting's weaknesses, and protecting yourself against their unique challenges. Something Wilds is particularly lacking. Anyways, thanks everyone for tuning in to my little rant. Like, subscribe, and if you have anything you would like to add, feel free to do so in the comments below. I plan on making a review on Wild soon, so if you're interested in that, I look forward to seeing you again. With that out of the way though, have a wonderful rest of your day, and take care.